Her gentle calls are low and don't carry far, meant only for the ears of her cubs. Only one responds. The nightmare of all mothers now falls on Mosweo. Her calls seem desperate and at the same time hopeful. Her own flesh and blood has been taken from her in just one night. She has no option but to move on. In a leopard's life, there is no time to mourn the dead. The cub is growing, and it needs meat in its diet. The well-being of this lone cub now hinges on Mosweo's intimate knowledge of this area of the Okavango. The rains have stopped, and all around Dead Tree Island, the vegetation is beginning to brown. The animals sense this. Seasons determine behavioral patterns, and each species responds differently. Kudu males choose a suitable female, courting her with gallant displays. Tipa lurks in the undergrowth. He's strayed back into his original territory. The kudu are distracted and oblivious to any threat. But Tipa's lack of experience is plain to see. Perhaps he's still too young to realize he shouldn't expend energy on the unattainable. Prey the size of a kudu is out of his league. Flocks of quilias announce the onset of winter, the dry season. Many animals gravitate to the Dead Tree Island area for the permanent water. This harsher season allows for at least one miracle. The Kigelia tree blossoms to life. It offers a precious winter treasure. Flowers filled with nectar. Baboons drink from the crimson chalice. Teeper needs to be more flexible in his hunting strategy. He has to learn to anticipate his potential prey's movements. Baboons are messy eaters, and soon the impala move closer to feed on the flowers that carpet the ground. He silently watches and waits. He needs the impala to come to him. But the marauding baboon troop has singled out his tree. He's not as powerful as Buddha. They will not tolerate Teeper's presence. If they catch him, they'll try to kill him. He cannot risk a confrontation. An injury may cost him dearly. Mosweo watches from a safe distance, keeping track of the conflict. She follows Teeper's prey now. Quietly, she begins her own hunt. She finds a tree ahead of the herd, hoping that the flowers will draw the impalas beneath her. Mosweo shows great patience. She watches the antelope's moves and identifies her target. This time, her signature high dive is off the mark. With her cover blown, the impalas keep a watch on her. Her annoyance is obvious. So much energy wasted for nothing. But she has to keep moving. She's out in the open, and the baboons are still in the area. But things only get worse. The impala alarms have alerted the lions. Mosweo is forced to play a game of cat and mouse to get back to her den without giving its position away. Teeper's reluctance to stay away from his mother's territory is causing chaos. His blundering kill attempts have multiplied the pressure on her. she is relieved to find her cub safe and well. She decides to move to a new den site. The lions were far too close for comfort. Her remaining cub, now 5 months old, is showing her character. She loves playing with her mother's tail. It's a good test of reflexes. Hidden in the dry grass, Mosweo rests, regaining her strength before she starts hunting again. For the moment, all is well with mother and cub. They're secure in the new den. Winter forces the elephants in from the surrounding desert. Lechwe gather here too. Water is their ally. In these last pools, they are safe from most predators. They're larger than impalas, but a big cat like Buddha should be able to pull them down. The Lechwe turn and watch their attacker. They take in his smell, burning it into their brains for future reference, making sure Buddha leaves the area. Within this changing season, Mosweo needs to move greater distances, passing the open floodplains to find the cover that she needs to hunt. She's following the movements of her prey, but so are the other predators. Relocation for a leopard is always risky, but she soon finds a tree in an area that she likes. From this vantage point, she can see the breeding herds of elephants steadily moving into the delta. It's October now, and the heat is intense. The floods that brought life to the region have almost all evaporated now. Dead Tree Island